What's good, YouTube? You know what it is, Manny back again. So, Caitlyn Clark fans and content creators. Not all of y'all, but y'all know the knuckleheads. You see what I'm saying? This is what you can't do. You can't, on one hand, complain, putting forth the wackiest argument ever about Caitlyn Clark receiving all this hate and all this type of racism, which is unbelievable that y'all can fix your mouth to say that. Racism, hate, discrimination. People mad at her because she white. People don't like her because she not gay. And all this old dumb stuff that's baseless that y'all talking about. Right? And then on the other hand, not acknowledge the privilege that she got, that she enjoys. Because right now I'm just hearing, and I do gotta check it, fact check it, because y'all kind of like the source of where I'm getting this from, and y'all do lie. So what I'm hearing is that Sheryl Swoops was removed from like a sideline reporting or whatever because of they don't like the fact that she's not kissing Caitlyn Clark's ass, that she's not up here saying Caitlyn Clark is the greatest and all that stuff Nancy Lieberman did last year when Nancy Lieberman did the game against Phoenix, Dallas, or whatever. And Nancy Lieberman was up there telling, thank you, Caitlyn Clark, for all that you've done for women's basketball and all of that. Right? So because Sheryl Swoops refused to do all that, you know what I mean, groveling and ass kissing, which is pathetic, and which is embarrassing, she was removed. And supposedly I don't know, I'm looking at this one tweet with the Ben Daniels guy, whatever his name is. Oh no, it wasn't him, it was the other boy, the not so fly hippie boy. He got like all black women on the joint. Monica McNutt, Sheryl Swoops, then some other women I don't even recognize. Just a bunch of them with his black face on there, talking about Caitlyn Clark haters being removed and all that. And then he get offended when people call him Rocket from the Guardians of the Galaxy, the little rocket. When people call him that, he got nerve to get offended. These dudes are something else, man. But what you can't do is what y'all got to do is you got to pick a side if you want to have any type of common sense or be respected or be seen as people with common sense. You can't on one hand be like, yeah, these people getting removed, this and that. And then on the other hand, pretend as if Caitlyn Clark ain't got the whole machine protecting her. Now, I get the machine protecting her. I think Sheryl Swoops is being done wrong, though. I do think that, because from what my knowledge is, things that Sheryl Swoops said was on Gilbert's Arena. Gilbert's Arena ain't got nothing to do with no sideline reporting for Dallas or for the Fever or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with that, what she says on Gilbert Arenas. That's like ESPN holding Stephen A. Smith accountable for something he does on Gilbert's Arena or another show like that. I think that's unfair. And if she's able to go to a higher body and really argue that, she should. She could take that to some type of arbitration. But they probably got the right to fire who they want, keep who they want, whatever. But if you are a commentator, you should be able to say whatever the hell you want. When have you ever heard of Charles Barkley being fired because he criticized LeBron James? Shaquille O'Neal being fired because he criticized, Dwight Howard. He used to ride Dwight Howard forever. When have you ever heard of that? When have you ever heard of Skip Bayless, who used to ride LeBron James for years and years and years? be fired. Skip Bayless rode Allen Iverson for 10 years on that show Cold Pizza or whatever he was on back in the day. Peter Vesti said some of the most vicious things about AI. Never fired or removed or reprimanded for it. But now we live in a time where if you don't just believe Caitlyn Clark is the greatest and you not kissing her ass and all that kind of stuff, you losing your job. And y'all think that's a good thing. That's actually disgraceful. Y'all should be ashamed of that, for real, for real. You should be all for, open dialogue and people having their opinions. Because you would do that if the situation was something different. But I know y'all not going to be real about that. Y'all not going to pull out your real American card right now. Y'all some fake ass individuals, right? When something benefits you, you all for it. But when something is really wrong and you know it's wrong, y'all not going to support that. Y'all not going to stand up for it. But I don't expect y'all to. Y'all not people of integrity like that. Y'all just a bunch of weirdos. And as for you, dude keep appearing in my comment section, all about the truth is your name. Really, you all about nonsense. Listen, bro. Listen, my man. I never removed any of your comments. And I'm explaining to you why. I don't know what you're talking about, removing comments or second names. I don't do second names. I don't do any of that. Now, Fulan isn't my real name. Fulan is just a name of it's just a name for it's used for like a person. It means like so-and-so. Okay, that's just what it means in the Semitic language. Okay? Because I don't put my government on here. That would be like, for what? You don't need to know my government, and few people do. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have a problem being known as Fulan Speaks. That's cool. But no, I don't have backup names, burner stuff, and all that. I don't know what type of dude you think I am, but you got me all twisted, homie. I don't do none of that. I'm not you. See, I'm the guy with his face on here. All that. I drive through streets. You see the name of streets, all that. You can kind of figure out where I am if you was thorough like that. I don't care. I don't walk with fear and all that. Unless you talking about the fear of God, and that's it. See what I'm saying? Me and you different. You hide your face, talk real crazy, talk greasy. And if you got comments being removed and all, it's probably YouTube doing that. I decided I'm not going to go back and forth with you because you're not worth it. You're not my intellectual equal to me. I'm sorry, I got to put it like that. Take that how you want. I explain things to you. You act like you don't get it. You don't understand. So I got to treat you like, people that, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, you had that little class when you were in school that they put you in with them other kids. Them kids that's a little slow. I got to put you in one of them classes because there's just something wrong with you. I already offered you the opportunity to come on my live. Like I do a special live. And on that live, you can come on there. We can talk this stuff out like men. Whatever issue you want. Basketball, CC. We can talk racism. We can talk discrimination. We can talk history. We can talk American history. We can talk world history. My brother, we can talk African history. Whatever you want to do. We can talk religion, science, whatever. Whatever. What you say when I offered you that? I ain't really gonna have time to do none of that. I'm busy. Oh, you busy when it's an opportunity to come and be a man about stand as a man on your 2 feet. You busy then, but you got time to write whole lectures series underneath my comment section. You got time to write shit that's so long, I ain't even got time to read it though. And you'll write 20 and 30 of them. Ain't nobody reading that, bruh. Cause like, who are you for me to be sitting there and wasting my time reading that? You understand what I'm saying? But I haven't deleted none of your stuff because number one, you're not making a point that I find to be threatening. And I actually want people to see an example of an idiot. I want people to see an example of the people that I'm talking about. I want them to read your stuff and see exactly what I mean when I talk about, these foolish individuals. Right? But the truth is, and this is what I'm saying to all of y'all, Sheryl Swoops being fired. If that's the case, I do got to fact check it, because y'all got a tendency to stretch things. And all these people being the hate, if they really going around removing Caitlyn Clark haters, then she is receiving a certain type of privilege that no other athlete has ever received. And so I don't want to hear none of y'all talking nothing about white privilege don't exist. Y'all need to take back and apologize to Aja Wilson, because Aja Wilson straight said it, that the white athletes receive a certain type of white privilege, and Caitlyn Clark would be the main one receiving it, because that's all that would be. It's some type of white privilege, right? In the event that that's what's happening, we're gonna fire Sheryl Swoops just because she won't. Like, come on, man. If it was like that, bro, Skip Bayless would have been fired. Rob Parker would have been fired for criticizing Tom Brady. All of these guys would have been fired. She receives preferential treatment. All right? And as time goes on, we're finding out that people like myself ain't saying nothing but the truth. It ain't nothing but right. And y'all delusionary state and all that, y'all wrong. They're wrong. This girl's receiving every type of help you can get if these facts are true. But the thing about it is, it's all gonna get settled in that basketball court. They can help, they can rig the game, they can bring in officials that's gonna call all types of fouls, they can get her all the help in the world. That ain't gonna help her be what y'all think she is. She gotta do that herself. And if she do, that's what's up. And if it's as I suspect she don't, then it is what it is, man. I'm out.